Good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Welcome to the WEBA live workshop. Today is the 21 May. Time goes fast this year. We're already in June. So thank you everyone to join us today. Very nice to have you here. I can see many friends, many people that I know since many years. I hope everyone is well and healthy. All the best for people coming as well from Vietnam. Mr. Huang, thank you to join us. Mrs. Kulkarni, and all the rest of the team coming, agents coming from Hong Kong, from China, from India, from Nepal, from Africa, from CIS country, and I can see more people join us at the moment. Thank you very much. I can see Melanie and Magdalena from Haut-Lac International School are already here from Switzerland. This is a school that we will visit in September to the next farm trip to Switzerland. Finally, hope there will be no war anymore around the world and everything will be fine. So let's see if Magdalena can come on board.
Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome.
Hello, Magdalena. How are you today?
Very good. It's a very sunny day today in Switzerland. We still have snow on the mountains, but on the top of the mountains, but it's a beautiful day and very happy to speak to you.
Fantastic. I want to say hello to Melanie as well. Hello, Melanie.
Yes, hello, good morning or good afternoon to everybody.
Good morning to you. Hope you're well. Thank you very much. We was in contact in the last days to communicate for the workshop today and for give the presentation of Haut-Lac. So I can see more people join us. So I invite everyone to remain on mute moderately, of course. And if you have any questions, just put your question down on the chat system. There is a chat system here on Zoom. You can type your questions there so we can read, we can answer you all the time. So thank you, Mr. Mansour Ahmed, to be here today as well. Thank you to all the rest of the agents that just joined us. So Magdalena, I think you can start to give the presentation. You can share your screen. And so we can move on with the presentation of Haut-Lac. Voila.
It will be Melanie sharing the screen.
Yes.
So just maybe in the meantime, a short introduction. My name is Magdalena, but the whole world calls me Magda. So please feel free if it's more convenient to call me Magda. I'm responsible for marketing and admissions at Haut-Lac International Bilingual School. And I work together very closely with Melanie, who is our admissions officer. So both Melanie and me will lead today's presentation, and we are very open and for an interactive format. So if you have questions, really stop us, and we'll be very happy to answer them on the go. Okay, so this is the picture that you see on the slide and the picture that you see behind me. It's the white building here is our school. We are located at the Geneva Lake area, and that's where the name of the school comes from. So Haut-Lac means upper lake. So we are in an upper part of Geneva Lake. It's a French name. Sometimes we hear very different pronunciations. All are accepted as long as they are remembered. So Haut-Lac. Who are we? So our school is a day and boarding school, and we welcome students from the age of 3 to 18. Our boarders are from the age of 11. And we are a school that offers a very strong IB program. We are one of a leading IB schools in Switzerland. We offer IB diploma. We offer also IBCP program, which is the most modern option on the IB menu. We also offer MYP program and US high school diploma. One of the things that really sets us apart is we were the first school in Switzerland to offer sport and study, authorized by IB, sport and study program. Right now there's more schools, but probably we have the longest experience with it. Also, a very important thing, which already is a clue is in our name, we are a bilingual school. What does it mean? It means that students can choose, they either can study in English, or they can study in French, or they can study in a mixture of both languages. Okay? So, what makes us really different from the other schools and why there is a question. Is US high school diploma accepted in most states? Yes. Well, a US high school diploma is chosen traditionally by our students that are bound to US or Canada, that want to study in US or Canada. Whereas IB program is usually chosen by the students that either want to study in Switzerland, Europe, or other countries worldwide because of the sheer recognition and the prestige of the IB. What makes our school probably a bit different from the others is our structure, because we are a large school. We are one of the third largest school in French-speaking in Canton Vaud. So we have more than 600 students, but our boarding is pretty unique because it's a boutique boarding that welcomes up to 40 students. It's by design so that we can offer them very personalized approach. Yes, the next slide. So where are we? This little heart that is visible on the map, this is where our school is located. We are just above WEBA, few minutes from Montreux, and about 1 hour, 15 minutes to Geneva Airport. It's a beautiful location in terms of the landscape and the views, but it's also very convenient. Proximity to Geneva Airport. We have lake for all the summer camps activities and also summer activities for the students. And we have access to the mountains. Within half an hour, our students are on the slopes. At the same time, they can use the benefits of being, next to, they're not completely in a secluded location. They are close to the cities. Okay, we can go to the next slide. Our school was founded by a family and still is family owned. It's more than 30 years now. We're very proud of our heritage and very proud of the school values that have been installed. The whole school philosophy is built around respect, resilience, open-mindedness, and sense of belonging. And those are the things that are not only here on the slide, those are the things that our students live everyday life. Okay, Melanie?
Yes, sure. A few words about our accreditation. So we work a lot with CIS, and recently we were also accredited by NEASC, which are very important accreditations to show also our academic value. And it shows that we have a lot of experience to work with the students.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we have a point somebody mentions about the screen not being sharp and not being visible. Is it applicable to one person or more?
No, it's only to one person, Magda. The screen is perfect. I have two computers and three computers with me. Everything is under control. But I wanted to say something, Magda, if you don't mind. Ladies and gentlemen, I know the school personally. I visit the school several times myself since I think 20 years now. So I've been there several times. It's an excellent school and it's a private school, exactly. And there is a school with a lot of students, a lot of international students. And the school has a lot of experience in welcome international students as well, with visa support, etc. So of course many questions come inside all the time regarding international students. We have international students there since many years. Sorry, there is someone who invite everyone to remain on mute modality. Thank you very much. Thank you, Alexander. Voila. Sorry, I would just say that I visited the school several times. We even organize a tour with agents who visit the school, and we will continue to do like this with Haut-Lac because it's important as well that you have the possibility to visit the school to understand the location, to understand how happy the students are, and the campus is inside the school. So for you, it's quite easy to visit the school. At the moment, we have 33 agents with us, Magda.
Okay,
so
wonderful.
the screen is all yours, please.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. So those are our campuses. Melanie, would you like to?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
So as Richard was saying, we have everything in the same place. So it's two campuses which are located a few minutes walk from each other. The first campus is for students from 3 to 13 years old, and the second campus from 13 to 18. The second campus have actually a beautiful lake view for the secondary students. And then here you can see also the boarding house, which is a very modern facility. We opened a few years ago, so everything is brand new still for the students. It's very comfortable, and we have a lot of living spaces for the children, so it's nice.
Mhm.
And regarding a bit more about the school, so at the moment in the school, we have more than 600 students with 64 nationalities. We have a bit more than 30 boarders currently, and we can keep growing the boarding if needed. It's 63% of local students, which means that we might have a lot of international families, but they are locally rooted. So it's very good also for the networking for any families or students who join us for their future. And we are also, of course, a long tenure school because as it's local families, we don't have a lot of students moving back and forth. So usually students, when they are with us, they keep the same friends from the beginning to the end. We also have very small class sizes. So usually it's about 12 to 15 students per classes. And that means the teachers have really a lot of time for the students. And as you see here, the main core of our school is Swiss, French, British, and US. So it's really a bilingual core where students are really immersed in French and English daily.
And we also have students, just to complement what Melanie says, who join our school with very low English or no English and no French. And there is a support network to support those students to acquire the language. But of course, it depends at what age. In the last 2 years of the school, they need to have English at least at the B1 level. The younger they are, the lower level of English we are able to support. And we have had students joining us from some of the countries who arrived with zero English, zero French at the very start, and we managed to get them very successfully through the IB program. Profile of a type of US students does well best in your school. Well, it's a very tricky question because with 64 nationalities, we have very different profiles, okay? Very different cultures, very different profiles. But I would say those are the students that want to have high quality academics, but not only. They also want to have a full ability to do sports, art, and to grow on a personal level. So because of the IB philosophy, we are a very holistic school in terms of focusing on the skills, focusing on things that are not only purely academics, while academics is a persistent element. Yeah, with 64 nationalities, it's really difficult. We also try to make sure that in a boarding house, we cap the number of nationalities. So we would never have more than 10% of our boarders coming from one nationality. So we try to keep the mix.
Magdalena and Melanie, I have 2-3 questions, if I
Sure.
may ask you, if it's okay to interact. So first of all, do you have students coming from Taiwan, Hong Kong, China, to have an idea?
Yes, we do. We have from Taiwan, not at the moment, but we used to have, but many students from China, from Hong Kong. We have Singaporean, Malaysian, Japanese, Korean. Yes.
Yeah, this is what I want to know because we have different agents coming from different countries. As I explained you by email yesterday to Melanie, we have agents coming from this part of the world today, as well agents from India, from Pakistan as well.
And we do have students from Pakistan, India. India is actually among top 10 nationalities. A small percentage, but still they made it to the top 10. We have Pakistan, Bangladesh. We have also students from Africa, North Africa, Senegal, South Africa. With 64 nationalities, I think we pretty well cover the globe.
Now, very interesting. You put on board in the beginning that you have students coming as well from the US.
Yes. Yes, it's
So
the fourth largest nationality, actually.
yeah, so we welcome today. I don't know if you can hear me, Mark Burdick. He is a specialist, and I presume Magdalena, you know him already from the past. And Mark
Mark.
is very well known in sending American students into European schools and UK. Mark, are you available? You can come live.
Well, I'm sort of live, Richard. I'm on my Vision Pro, which makes me look a bit like a grasshopper, I think, this morning. But I'm
We
calling,
can
I'm
see you
calling.
well.
Thank you, Magdalena. You're very kind, and this is perfect because I have two students, one of which is from New York, who's looking at the school, and the other one is from California,
Okay.
and who insists on having a Taco Tuesday.
We don't have
And
Taco Tuesdays at the moment, but we have so many different, how to say, the menu. There's always three dishes or three menu choices for lunch. So maybe that's something that can be plotted on the Tuesdays.
well, you know how Americans are, they're very pushy.
Yeah,
So they're very insistent.
we can look into it, but what I can assure you, we try to make sure that it's we cater for very different dietary requirements. And at the moment, we have a boarder who is actually from New York,
Okay,
and she's loving the experience. And I had a small chat with her a few weeks ago. She's now in her exam sessions, so she said that she drastically changed her culinary preferences after
sure.
2 years in Switzerland.
Well, I am a Tassis alum, right? So I graduated from Tassis in Lugano myself. So I'm very familiar with the Swiss system, and I am going to have you two students for sure. And
Wonderful.
the only request I have is please talk somewhat about safety in Switzerland when
Okay.
you speak with the parents, because now they're hearing all about the drones coming from Switzerland. And, there's, I don't know if you're familiar, but
Drones
well,
from Switzerland.
yeah, there's all of this on the Wall Street and New York press about how Switzerland is now looking at drones to be protective of Switzerland. So,
Oh,
it happens on both sides, right? It's the
yeah.
Europeans coming to the US and then the
Yes,
US coming to the
yes,
Europeans, and everybody's caught in between. But that was the only concern that was raised by one of the parents, and the one that was in
of
California,
course.
in fact, was about safety. And I said, well, safety and Switzerland are the same word, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a part of the Swiss brand, stability and safety. And it's a country where we tend to be sometimes very relaxed, like, forgetting to lock your front door or leaving the key in your front door of the house and finding it the next morning. So sometimes we tend to be it's a very safe country per se. But we are happy also to and Switzerland, because of its neutrality, it's not involved in any of the military conflicts, and a lot of we actually have now a big inflow of Middle East families to Switzerland that are, looking for a safe place to settle down and to move their living. Um, what we can assure you that on our end as a school, we do not have a fence, okay? It's not a fenced school, it's an open area, but we do have a lot of invisible fences in terms of the camera system, in terms of the security system, in terms of the codes that are used for the access to the building. So I would say the security is more embedded and invisible by design. But of course, yes, we are
Great.
happy to address any
Perfect
questions there.
explanation.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you.
Thank
so
you, Mark. Thank you, Mark, to come on board. It's always very interesting to hear agents when they speak about their experience to bring students to Switzerland. And they know Mark was many times over here in Switzerland as well. So it will be great if Mark will be able to send some students to Haut-Lac International School. This is why we are here today, ladies and gentlemen, because after we finish this workshop, I will do a follow-up email with all of you, and I will make you in contact with Magda and Melanie directly, so you can schedule a one-to-one meeting with them. You will be able to sign up an agreement with them. You will receive a commission. So very important is the follow-up as well, that you will then contact directly Magdalena or Melanie and talk about the possibility to send students to Haut-Lac bilingual school, which personally I recommend. I know the school since many, many years. And the feedback is just an excellent, and the
Thank you so
location
much, Richard.
is beautiful. The location, by the way, is beautiful, and it's very safe. It's near Montreux, Geneva. It's about 1 hour from Geneva. It's about 2.5 hours, 3 hours, depends how you drive from Zurich. So Magdalena, I think that was very interesting to have Mark on board today, and you can continue the presentation, and I will try to answer some of the questions coming inside.
Yes, I very quickly I had a look at some of the questions. So just to address, the students are not allowed to work during the time they are here. They are on a student visa, so that's not a possibility. However, what graduating a Swiss school allows them to do, they can apply it for the Swiss university, and when they become university students, then they can have part-time jobs, but at high school they cannot. And we as a school, we do not we welcome the boarders that come on by themselves as of the age of 11. There are some families that move to Switzerland to provide schooling for their younger children, but then it's a family move, and we as a school, I mean, we can welcome the students, but we do not facilitate or support the family relocation. It needs to be handled separately. Let's move on with the slides, Melanie. This is our primary school where from the age of 3 to 11, let's maybe focus on the boarding, the next one. So in the secondary school, we do offer middle years program and a program called Swiss Option, which helps the students that are already having quite good level of French to prepare to pass in the future the end of high school exam, which is a Swiss end of high school exam. Otherwise, all the students are welcome to either join US high school diploma or IBCP or IBDP. Majority of our students they follow IBDP program, and we are maybe we move to the next slide, please. We are very proud of our results, extremely proud. We have last year it was 100% pass rate. The year before we had one student that failed out of the cohort of 45. So it's a very high pass rate, and our average is 35 versus the world average, which is 30. And as mentioned before, we are a bilingual school, so students can choose whether they do their diploma entirely in English or a mixture of both languages. Moving on to the next slide. IBCP, I don't know how familiar you are with IBCP program. It stands for IB Career Related Program. It's the newest, it's a new kid on the block for IB organization. It's a possibility for high school students to combine to ensure that their last 2 years in the high school education combine academics, but also give them a focus into what they want to do in the future. So we do it in collaboration with those universities that you see listed at the bottom. And the students have an opportunity to choose 3 academic subjects and 3 university. It's a little bit like advanced program classes. They do follow 3 subjects from the university and 3 subjects from IB program, and they can specialize either in hospitality, sport management, art and design, or sustainability management. Out of the cohort of 40-45 students, we usually have 4 to 5 students who choose this program. It's for the students who know already exactly what they want to do. Okay, moving on. This is another point where we are very proud, and we always encourage our students to be ambitious and to make sure that they reach maximum of their potential. And we are very proud to let you know that our students, with the results that they have been accepted to a lot of beautiful international universities with a very strong representation for top Swiss universities, but also we have Russell Group, we have Ivy League alumni, and they are really spread around the world. Majority still chooses, English-speaking universities, but there's more and more that decide to stay and study in Switzerland. We keep in touch with our alumni. We have more than 600 alumni at the moment, that we make sure that we bring their profiles and share with the current students, so that it's inspirational for them. But we also organize alumni exchanges. We have an alumni networking group. So it starts to be a very powerful connection to be in.
Magdalena,
Yes.
I want to ask you something. Can you go back to one slide, please?
Sure.
Okay, this one. So I wanted to explain something to many agents, that when a student is doing the last 2 years in Switzerland, so grade 11 and grade 12, let's call it like this one, they end up in a Swiss school. The majority of the students, when they finish the bachelor, they may go to the master program, then they remain in Switzerland. Many students remain in Switzerland, they find a job. Many students have the possibility to find a job over here in Switzerland. And if someone have the opportunity to go to ETH Zurich, for example, which is #1 ranking in Switzerland, in Europe, and top 5 in the world since years, and as well the University of St. Gallen, the salary start around 7,000–8,000 Swiss francs per month. This must be very clear, that company go inside to this top university and recruit the students who are study there. So if they study at the Haut-Lac the last 2 years, especially grade 11, grade 12, and they have a lot of opportunity. So this is because in the end of the day, it's very important, the final end, what we want to reach for the students.
And
Correct,
the same,
Magdalena?
thank you, Richard, for that. Yes, Switzerland is very known for its technical universities, but also hospitality schools. And we have students going both to EPFL, to Etihad, to St. Gallen University as well, which are very, very prestigious and recognized worldwide, but also hospitality schools, which have a very strong brand, like École Hôtelier Lausanne or Les Roches. And numerous students from different world destinations also choose to study hospitality in Switzerland. This is kind of like a second important branch. And we have this partnership with Les Roches, which is one of the most prestigious schools that automatically gives students the access to study in Les Roches.
Yes, this is absolutely true. I mean, you have this cooperation with Les Roches, and this is a great advantage. They will do like 6 months study and 6 months internship.
It's a little bit more complex than that. While they study subjects from the IB and from the Les Roches program, and then they have several sets of the week's internships.
Okay.
And we have an exchange program, and we have speakers from Les Roches coming over. We keep in touch with our students, so it's a quite closed, quite close collaboration. But every year we have students aiming and successfully getting into EPFL or Etihad. I think this year we have 4 students that are going to EPFL, which is 10% of the cohort.
Wow, excellent, excellent.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on. Of course, it's just one caveat before maybe we go on. It's not only the school; it's the hard work and the dedication and the resilience of the students that need to bring them into those universities. This we need to be very, very clear. Okay, Melanie, back to you.
Yes, so moving to the boarding now. So we have really a boutique boarding. So it might be a bit different from other schools in the area, which have maybe boarding where they have more than 200 students there. Us, it's really like a second home. So you have the house parents who are in the boarding. It's 5 people all the time here taking care of about 30 children. So they are really well taken care of. We always know what they are doing, where they are. It's a very safe environment for the children. And it's very nice as well because they would never be alone. They're always all together as a group. And the fact that it's a bit smaller, it really creates this second family setting. And as Magda was saying before, at the moment we have more than 15 nationalities in the boarding. It means that it's usually 1 or 2 students with one nationality, and we don't have large groups forming of different cultures and countries. And yes, and looking a bit at the pictures, so here you can see all the rooms are usually twin rooms with a shared bathroom. And there's also a quiet study room for the end of the day to study. And there will always be one person who works there who is sitting in that room who can help also the students to do the homework. Usually the boarding assistants usually are training to become teachers or are teachers already and want to do something different. So they have a lot of knowledge in academics to support the children at the end of the day. And then you can see we have a lot of very nice living spaces for the students to be inside and outside. Outside, we also have a basketball and football court, and we have also a mini gym inside the boarding, but we have everything bigger at school, of course.
Okay.
And looking at the activities, so as you can see here on the pictures, they do a lot of different things during the weekends. When it's winter, they go skiing a lot. When it's summer, they go hiking, they go paddle boarding. They will go, because the lake is only 10 minutes away, they will go a lot on the lake. And of course, our aim is for the students to really discover the country and to really discover the culture of Switzerland, not just to come in the country, study, and go back home without having any knowledge. And we will also discover the neighboring countries. So whenever there's a long weekend, students, they will go either to France, to Italy, to Germany maybe, so any neighboring countries.
Yes, and we are pretty uniquely located. Switzerland is in the middle of Europe and very small, so very easy to travel everywhere.
And here I will show you a little video. Can you hear the sound?
Welcome to Haut-Lac International Bilingual School, Swiss boarding and day school, where academic excellence meets a personalized boutique boarding experience. Haut-Lac offers strong IB academic programs with broad range of subjects tailored to students' interests. Our teachers are not just teachers, they're mentors guiding us towards a brighter future. From sports to arts, music to science, our extensive extracurricular activities ensure every student finds their passion and excels beyond the classroom. You get to experience so much here, thanks not only to the diverse range of activities available, but also the outstanding facilities and highly qualified teachers. Our boutique boarding house creates a family-like atmosphere, providing personalized care and support. Being one of the leading schools in the Lake Geneva region, Haut-Lac offers a unique blend of academic excellence and a nurturing environment with a family feel. At Haut-Lac, teachers are committed to fostering both our academic success and personal growth. Haut-Lac is a leading Swiss international school with a boutique boarding experience.
Okay, yes, and as you saw in the video, also all the children, they eat together in the evening in one long table to also enhance this family feeling. So it's a very comforting place.
And the person presenting in the video, it was Liz, one of our boarders. She graduated last year, and now it's her younger brother who joined the boarding school. So we also have a lot of siblings, or one student finishes the school and then the younger sibling comes back. So there is this, I think this is the best testimony of how happy the students and the families are with the service, because then the younger part of the siblings are joining us. That's the best proof.
Yes, definitely. And then looking at sports as well at Haut-Lac. So we have 64 nationalities. We don't have a main religion. If we did, it would definitely be sports. So the students, they will always have something to do. We can do skiing, swimming. They could do horse riding. It could be the tennis as well, because that's quite a nice one for the students. And for the skiing, it's part of the curriculum. So from January to March, students will go skiing with their classes. For students who don't have any level of skiing, it's not a worry. We have some students join us who have never seen the snow before, and we really have different levels for the different students. And then if they want to do even more, they can go skiing with the boarding house, skiing on Wednesday, because on Wednesday afternoons, there is no class here at Haut-Lac. So usually the students take this time to do different types of activities. And linked to the sports, we also have more than 150 after-school clubs. So classes usually finish between 3:30 or 4:30 daily. And after this time, the students can do a lot of different types of activities. It can be a sport, but it can be things such as, for example, chess or coding. It can be also a debate club, or we also have things like the maths challenge for students who want to push their math skills. So it's very varied. We have for every taste. And looking at the well-being of Haut-Lac. So here at Haut-Lac, well-being is super important for us. As Magda was saying before, we have a very holistic approach to academics. So we also want the students to feel very safe and comfortable in the environments that they're in. So our staff is trained to have so we can recognize if students have any issues. We are very careful to this as well to make sure that we can inform the families if we notice that anything is going wrong, especially when families are so far away. It's reassuring for them to know that there's always someone that will be there to take care of the students.
And maybe just one little mention, you see this little icon on the slide. We are mobile-free school. What it means is that students are not allowed to keep their mobiles during the classes. And also in the boarding house, they have a specific time when they can use their mobiles. And we collect the mobiles for the night. Some students appreciate it at once. Some take the time to appreciate it later, but thanks to it, they talk more with each other. They have a better social support, and they can better focus on their studies.
Yes, and because also here I see the focus on the studies, we can also say the fact that how the day is made. So at the end of the day, after the activities, the students have maybe half an hour of free time, then they eat all together as a family. And after this dinner, there is 1 hour dedicated for homework and studying. So the students will be sat in a room all together with a person supporting them to do the homework. So it will always be done.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to interrupt you for a second, Melanie and Magdalena. I just get a message on the chat system. I don't know if you read this message, but Melanie already replied this message very good. How does boarding life at Haut-Lac help students focus better on their study and academic performance? This was the questions, but Melanie already explained everything perfectly. Thank you very much, Melanie.
Everything what Melanie said is correct. We do have the time dedicated. The only thing that I would add on top of that, there is a very close collaboration between our boarding staff and our academic staff. So weekly, they discuss every single student to understand who needs support in what subject, who can be challenged more in a given subject to achieve even more. So there is a very close, because of our size, we can really personalize the support. So every week, every student progress from social, academic, mental health is reviewed.
Thank you very much. Very great answer, and very good that we know that Haut-Lac is supporting the students in this way. I think that Mr. Sheikh Muazzam Ali understand the concept, but if some of you have some more questions, do not hesitate to put down your question on the chat system so that I can read this and I can bring this question back to Magdalena and Melanie.
Okay. Melanie, would you continue?
Yes, sure. So talking now about leadership, because that's also one of the skills that we want the students to learn here at Haut-Lac, we put different types of things in place for them to achieve some knowledge in leadership. So one main thing first that we do is that we have a house system. So we have 4 houses. The students will then represent a charity that they pick at the beginning of the year, and then they will do challenges during the year. Amongst these houses, there is the opportunity for students to become, for example, the captain of the house and represent the students of the houses. We also use students to do tours of the school with us to welcome new families. So that also challenge them and gives them new skills and some knowledge of things to do around the school. And then, of course, we are always encouraging the students. So a lot of students sometimes come to us with a great idea. And as we are a really family school, we have still some flexibility to work with the students for their well-being. And so we can put in place any type of activity or club that they would like to start if it's something that's interesting for the school, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, Mrs. Kulkarni is asking a question if there are any tests to be given before admission.
Okay, so our admission process is built around the student. So we ask to review school reports. That's very important for us. We look at the school reports. We ask for reference from the current school. Can be in any language, we can translate. And we do organize a formal interview with the student. This helps us to understand, what is his or her academic background, what are their aspirations, and the way they approach the life and the academics. And based on that, that's the admission decision taken. Then, once the student is admitted, we test their English, we test their French, and we test their mathematics to assign them to the right group. But we do not test before, we test after. Okay, before we try to understand the background, we try to understand the marks, the references, and the student motivation and the attitude. We assign students to different levels of English, different levels of French. In every class here, we have 6 different levels. So it can be customized, and the students with different level of different languages can work at their level.
One more question came inside from Mr. Mansour Ahmed. The question is, I want to ask about the guardianship of younger student. Any specific guardian who parents can be in touch? As you know, in the UK, this is quite normal, but maybe you can explain how it works at Haut-Lac in Switzerland.
We have boarding parents and boarding staff with the ratio of 1 to 6. So it's a very, very, there's a lot of stuff for a fairly limited number of students. So what happens is the boarding parents are having a report and direct conversation with the parents of the boarders. They are officially the guardians in Switzerland. Officially legally, and then they have established calls with the parents. They have at least once a month a check-in, at least once a month. Most of the cases it's more often. We also try to make sure that we involve the parents as much as possible in everyday life by sharing, weekly newsletter with plenty of pictures of what has been happening. But it's really the boarding parents, Katie and George, who are the main principal contacts of the parents. I don't know if it answered the question, Richard.
Yes, it's perfect. Yes? Yeah, it's very, very clear.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's move on. We have the house system, Melanie. Yes, and that's a question which has been probably on the mind of everybody, the cost. So our cost structure is very simple and very inclusive, I would say. There is a cost for day school and a boarding school that are very comparable. The boarding school fees already include the school fees and everything related to boarding. It includes medical insurance, cost of the weekend activities, cost of skiing, cost of living in Switzerland. The only thing that is not included is the pocket money of the students, cost of commuting to Switzerland, and if the students go abroad on an international trip to another country as a class, this is optional, then this cost is not included. We are very proud of the fact that because we are day school with a boarding, we were able to keep our boarding cost comparatively to the Swiss schools at a very competitive level. There's a lot of Swiss schools that have significantly higher fees, and while offering the same quality of academics, we were able to maintain the fees at a very competitive level. Majority of our boarders, they enroll at least for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. 4 years. We have some boarders that have been with us 5 years now. This is the longest period. Hence, our commission scheme for the agent is also built around this longevity. So there is a commission in the year 1, year 2, to make sure that we reward the agents that are working with us for a long term. Nevertheless, we also do accept boarders for 1 year, and sometimes depends on the capacity in a given class year and the gender. We might also accept a student for 1 term, but it needs to fit in terms of, we need to have a space among the boys or among the girls. Yes. Do you have questions? You have some questions?
No, there are no questions at the moment. I'm just typing down the commission information for the agents on the chat system so that they are very clear on this.
Yeah.
Very interesting that you accept as well students for 1 year. This is quite unusual, because usually school in Switzerland, they accept students for a minimum of 2 years time. So that you accept students for 1 year is very interesting. I wanted to ask you something, Magdalena. You mentioned in this discussion that you accept as well students for an intake, like 6 months.
Yes.
I know
it's very specific. We cannot guarantee it. It's like, for example, now I cannot accept any girl for a female boarder for 6 months, but we would have a space for a male boarder. So for 6 months. So it really depends on a given year. It needs to be checked case by case.
I'm asking this question because I get to know that several schools, especially in Kazakhstan and in Japan, they start to send, to do a partnership with school, and they send students, some students for an intake, they send them like 5, 8 students for an intake. So the question here is Haut-Lac as well interested to look into the possibility to work with other high school that may offer the IB back in Kazakhstan, as I mentioned, or Japan, or South Korea, or Hong Kong, or China, or India, whatever, so that you can establish a cooperation and welcome the student for a certain period?
Absolutely. As long as there are IB schools, that's feasible. And we are very much, we are a school that is very open to the world. So it can be a very enriching experience for all our students that are currently at school as well. So yes, very much so, provided those are IB schools.
Okay, I personally will send you then an email after this and with the 2 schools. One approached me Monday, and I'm still overload of work this week, but I will share this information with you. From Japan in this case, and one from Kazakhstan who sent me a message by WhatsApp last week, and I said I will come back to you after the Haut-Lac meeting, etc. But if any of you, like in Vietnam or in Hong Kong or in India, are working with boarding school or high school directly and who offer the IB, and you maybe as well if they don't offer the IB, but you can get contact with Magdalena and Melanie and see if it's a possibility to make a cooperation together, because more and more international schools now are interested to open and join with other schools to send the students for a period. even maybe for a summer program. There are a lot of different possibilities, and then it's up to Haut-Lac, logically, to understand the potential behind.
Absolutely. It's a nice segue maybe to our next slide. Melanie, if I can ask you to move on, because you've mentioned the summer program.
Yes.
So we do offer summer camps, and they are an excellent experience for the students that want to get a taste of the place, the school, and the Switzerland. And our summer camps, I think what differentiates them is the fact, first of all, we have the monitors that they are run in French and in English. So there are some students that speak French, there are some students that speak English, there are some that have very basic level or none, and they come to learn. The summer camps are more, or our summer program is more activity based. So they do a lot of activities and they learn by being in a group, by having fun, by interacting with the children from the other camps. But also we offer an option where the students can do classes in the morning. So they can either do activities throughout the whole day or classes in the morning and then activities in the afternoon. So there is a choice. Every parent knows, how academic is their child and what they would need more. And they run weekly, so students arrive on Sunday and leave on Saturday. And they are packed with action. And really, like every day there is a new experience. They stay in our boarding house. They all the activities are included in this price that you can see, 1,650. In case they take the additional language classes, there is a charge of 350. But it's a pretty competitive offer, and they have been hugely popular. We are pretty full for the first 2 weeks of summer, about 70-80% capacity full in for the rest of the summer. So if you have some, but still there is still some capacity. But if you have students that might be interested or might want to do a summer camp as a first experience in Switzerland, I would urge you, please contact us as soon as possible, because it's like a hot potato.
Okay, very interesting.
I don't want to leave.
Sorry.
I really don't want to leave. I want to stay like here.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll play the video.
I don't want to leave. I really don't want to leave. I want to stay like here all summer with all these amazing people. I'm Davina, I'm from Bulgaria. I learned that it's okay to come alone and to build new friendships. The food is really good, the rooms, usually like in summer camps, the rooms are not good. The area, the view here, it's amazing. Like I wake up every morning to this view, it's amazing. There is not a favorite activity, all of them were so good, especially today, the surfing. All of the activities were filled with laughter, really good emotions. We were like all our friends, we were holding each other, it was really good. We all had like top three best monitors. All of them were actually amazing. They were like acting like children, but also being like strict. I think they were having a really good time with us. When I started packing my luggage yesterday, I was really sad because I don't want to leave. I don't want to like never see them, but I'm sure that we will make plans and see each other again.
So there's a question, if we have a possibility to welcome a small group and experience a bit of the program during summer. It would be a bit complicated during the summer because in summer our teachers are away. The people that are running the camps are the people that are, we keep only language teachers and people that are running our extracurricular program. We are flexible and we can talk about a group experience or group visit, but summer wouldn't be the ideal time for specifically academically focused program. It's more activity focused and language learning.
Yeah, this was in refer of the question from Tatiana, because Tatiana asked if it's possible to send a small group during the summer program to test the IB program, and so they can decide to continue the study in Switzerland. It's a great idea, Tatiana, but as Magda says, it's very difficult during the summer program, but maybe can be done in another period of the year.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we do have students sometimes who are coming for a trial day at school. When it comes to boarding, sometimes we organize, like with overnight a trial, like a trial period, to give them confidence in their choice. To give very often it's to give confidence to the parents, because they are the ones who find it difficult to say bye to their for an extended period of time to their children. So we are open to organize, a trial period or even a group visit. Not a problem. It would require a bit of an advanced planning, but not if it's strictly academic, then it should happen between September and June.
Perfect. This is a possibility. I mean, September to June is 9 months, so they have the possibility to test this during this period of the year, and I think this will be fantastic. Thank you, Tatiana, for this question. If there are other questions, just put down here on Zoom so that we can answer you directly live, so you know immediately. By the way, we will share a copy of the PowerPoint presentation as well at the end of the workshop. So we will share as well the contact of Magdalena and Melanie, so you are able to organize a one-to-one meeting with them. And if you have more questions, or if you have any idea, or you want to find a way to cooperate together with a local school, or you have students immediately for the summer program, so very, very important, contact or Magdalena or Melanie immediately so that they can assist you. Please, Melanie.
Sorry, Richard, I think on the next slide, Melanie, we have all our contact details. So if you want to take a snapshot of this slide.
Here.
Yes, there is a third person with whom you might interact. It's Alessia. She couldn't be with us today. We also warmly encourage you to follow us on social media, on LinkedIn, on Instagram. You can see the School Daily Live there, but also on LinkedIn a lot about our academics, about our approach to pedagogy, and you can get to know us a little bit more.
Very interesting, very nice. So this is a very important step as well. On YouTube, you will find a video from Haut-Lac. This you can share with the parents who are interested. If you cannot download YouTube because maybe you're in an area which you cannot use Google or YouTube, do not hesitate to contact Magdalena via email. Do you have WeChat, Magdalena?
Yes, I do have. We use WhatsApp, we use WeChat. So no, not a problem. You can contact us via those channels, or email, whatever works.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Melanie, you wanted to show the last video?
If we have time, with pleasure.
Absolutely. We have all the time. There is no problem. Wow, very nice, Melanie. Well done, really. So very interesting program. You offer the IB program, you offer the US high school diploma. So you have your students have a lot of choice and possibility. And I remember all the agents that Haut-Lac International School have a lot of advantage. One of the advantage is they are mixed with Swiss students, and this is something very unique. So they are not only with international students, but they are come together with Swiss students. So this will help them to interact, to integrate into the Swiss life culture. Our culture is very, very big in Switzerland. We welcome as well African students. I just see an email and message from Mr. or Mrs. Ola Kotan, and maybe Magdalena say something about African students. I know you have African students there.
Yes, we do have African students at school as day students, but also as boarders. In boarding at the moment, we have students from Senegal and Mozambique. So they are absolutely welcomed. We support once the border students are accepted to the school, we support them in terms of the visa process to prepare all the documents and to ensure that, that all the documents that are from the school side are in order to obtain the visa. We also, because of the distance, sometimes it's quite difficult for the parents to come and visit. So we make sure that the communication, the online communication between boarding and the school and the parents is working perfectly. I don't know if the question was indicating also if we do offer support in terms of financials. We do not have a scholarship system at the school for any of our international students. That's everybody has the same conditions, so to say.
Fantastic, fantastic. So the application system is for all the students worldwide the same.
Absolutely.
And I mean, when you then go in touch with Melanie and Magdalena, and after you sign an agreement as well with Haut-Lac, because you will need to sign an agreement to send students so that you will be able to receive the commission. For the first year is 50%, for the second year is 10%.
We also provide, we have a information package, so we can provide you with all our information brochures, all our information materials in an electronic format. Very often agents are asking us for additional pictures that they can place on their website, so we are absolutely open.
Fantastic, fantastic. So this is very important, ladies and gentlemen. So again, I say one more time, I will do a follow-up email with all of you, and you will receive all the information about how to cooperate with Haut-Lac, and so that you can organize a meeting as well, one-to-one with them. And you will receive a copy of the recorded workshop for yourself, so you can go through this webinar made today. If maybe something you did not understand very well, this will help in you a lot. So there is one more question regarding the visa process.
Yes, so by now we have I would say fairly good experience with how it works. So far, knock on the woods, we have none of Haut-Lac students have been ever refused the visa so far. That's a good track record. We provide all the necessary documents and documentation and a letter from the school. And we provide very detailed instructions for the families, but because of the Swiss immigration laws, it's the family that needs to visit and schedule and have an appointment in their country of origin. And they go with all those documents to the Swiss embassy, and they submit the demand. There are different timings. In some countries, the process takes 2 weeks. In some countries, it takes 3 months. But we can advise you on how it works. There is an accelerated process for obtaining the visa for the EU citizens and Malaysian citizens. I don't know why Malaysia, but Malaysia is definitely on the list. Those students, they don't need to obtain the visa while being in the country of origin. They can obtain the visa after arrival to Switzerland, and we have this process really under control. Then the school can do everything on behalf of the students.
Very
So
good.
in short, we can guide you.
Yes, I mean, Haut-Lac has many years of experience. So how long you are there, Magdalena, now?
Oh, 7 years, 8
7
years.
years.
8. Yes, 8. Actually, 8 years almost.
8 years. So I think you see a lot of students from all around the world in these years.
Yes, both me and Melanie, and it's also the pleasure to see the students, the families coming back with cousins, with younger siblings, and yes, it's a very international school, and it's a very motivating and I would say very very good place to work because you see happy students. So it gives a strong purpose of work here.
Yeah, I can see from the video that you show. So thank you very much, Melanie. Thank you, Magdalena, to come on board today. It was my pleasure to welcome you, and it will be great to see you in the near future as well. I can see that more agents are looking into this at the moment. And I know Switzerland is a very safe country, by the way, and today is very, very important. So it's a good choice to choose Haut-Lac. Magdalena, is you and Melanie, please, you have the last word to say something just to finalize.
Thank you very much for your attention and the time. I see a question in the comments about the fees. Switzerland, unfortunately, is a pretty expensive country. But it comes with a certain quality and certain reassurance of security and the standards, very high standards that are offered here in terms of academic and the quality of life. We cannot compete with other countries in terms of the fees. But within Switzerland, our fees are very competitive among the leading good quality IB schools. Those are very, very competitive fees. So it will be very difficult to find a school that has the same quality of the IB program with a lower fees. But nevertheless, if you have questions, if you need more information, if you would like to obtain, more personalized cost assessment or estimation for your student, please feel free to reach out. It costs nothing. We are always very, very happy to, kind of like give a very precise estimate and very precise assessment per student. And also, if you need any of the marketing materials, any of the movies, any of the videography, let us know. We will be happy to help.
Thank you, Magdalena. Melanie?
Yes, well, thank you for your time today. And as Magda said, we are available if you need anything. You have our contact details, and we'll be very happy to assist you.
Thank you very much. Thank you both to you. Thank you all the agents to join us today.
Thanks so
all
much.
the best, good health, which is very important.
Exactly.
And let's keep strong, let's keep pushing and working in the educational field. Thank you very much to everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Mark.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.